everybody, Big Fatty Plus here, and as you can tell from the title, I'm going to review Fire, Sun, and Rain. You see, normally when I beat a big game like that, I usually put what I thought about it at the end of it. And of course, this wasn't an LP, this was a stream. And if you have been to my streams where I have played this game, you would know there is going to be rage in this review. And I felt I need to get this review done. I need to get this off my chest. There have been other streams where I have beaten a game, and the game has either been, just honestly good, or the game has been crap. But it's been short, so I never really did a proper review. I should do a proper review for Arabesque, but I might do that sometime, just because I beat it. Might do a proper review for other games that I have beaten on stream, but I'm going to do this one now, while it's still fresh in my mind, and while I'm still pissed about it. Because you see, I have played other Suda51 games. I have played Killer 7. I have played Deadly Premonition. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a Suda51 game. And I'm gonna be honest, those Suda51 games had a story. Yes, they didn't make sense in parts. They were crazy and weird and wacky. But they at least had a general cohesiveness to the story. It's like you knew that something is going to happen. And they both had, much like this one, a big twist at the end. But the thing is, Killer 7 and Deadly Premonition, they had a big twist in the end, both of them, where I was like, oh my god, I didn't see this coming. It wasn't a facepalm twist, it was a jaw-dropping, holy shit, I can't believe it went there twist. This game had a twist. But let me start with the review. The proper BygMan review. We'll start with concept. Automatically, concept, I have to say a 5, because we know Suda51 goes off the wall for games. He creates a story that you're not expecting in the slightest. He creates a story that he wants to create, not that other people want to create, which is good. So the concept of a guy who's a searcher, who uses a briefcase to solve puzzles, is unique. I will admit that. Okay, I'm going to give that a 5. That's probably going to be graphics for the DS. Okay, I'm going to give a 4. I would say a 3, but I know it's the emulators issues that some things happen, not my DS, or not the game itself. I'm going to say a 4, because there were some things that I thought were just completely hideous. It's like the polygonal models. Now, I'm not sure if Suda meant this to happen, but for some reason, when you look at Sumio Mondo from the front, he looks like he has goddamn elf ears. I'm not sure if Suda or the designers intended that to be so, but I have to say that was stupid. Sound. Aside from the occasional music and sound effects, which sound like he stole them directly from No More Heroes. I think, isn't Suda51 involved in No More Heroes 2? No More Heroes 2? I think so. I just not remember. But it sounds like almost every single beep bloop sound effect that he used was stolen directly from No More Heroes. Which probably maybe stole some of them from Killer 7, now that I think about it. But sound, and then you have the fact that he used several songs. Most of the music was actually crap. There was only actually 2 instances where I thought the music was good. The only ones I can think of right now are the end, where you have that kind of supposed to be tense situation, but it's not really. When you're doing the final puzzle, which is ridiculously stupid. And then you have Arabesque number 5, I think it's what it's called. You hear it like near the very beginning, and it's like I know that song because that was the opening theme that Jack Horkheimer's Stargazer used back on PBS way back when. I remember that song well. So of course I would know it. But that's pretty much the only time. So I'm definitely going to have to say a 2 on sound. Because most of the sounds he swiped from other games instead of making his own. And there's only really 2 or 3 songs I liked. And I can't even remember one of them. Controls. The fact that you could switch between touchscreen controls and regular controller controls to move is fine. That the controls were solid to a point. Though there were some points where it's like, okay, if you came too close to the screen itself, your character, the screen would turn around and he would automatically go a certain direction for like 2 seconds. It's like, that was irritating. So I'm going to say a 4. A 4 in controls. Because for the most part, the controls were competent. And now we get to the game. Okay. The idea that the character uses a briefcase that he is named Catherine to jack in to items is interesting. But here's the problem I have with the puzzles. They either have to be multiple choice or math because they're all number based. And here's the thing: as many of you have seen throughout the game, the puzzles, even with the clues, they could either be there was no in between for these. It was always either or. It was always one extreme or the other. That the puzzles would either be laughably easy or insane off the wall hard. Even when you looked at the guidebook. Because I decided, just for shits and giggles one day, well before I finished it, to look at the guidebook for some of the puzzle answers. And all these math questions, like I said, are either laughably, insanely easy, especially last night, or insanely god-awful, what the frack were you thinking hard? I mean, god dang. I mean, I suck at math, but god dang, I shouldn't have to resort to a walkthrough for every single god dang answer. That's the first problem. Second problem. The fact that you have the character running all over the goddamn place. Now, yes, I know, the only reason in my streams that he ran so slow was because of the limitations of the emulator in which I was using. I understand that. The emulator had some limitations, and due to it was running on a computer, it would run a little bit slower when the world would get expand, I understand that fully. But still, that doesn't take away the fact that he still had a shite ton of running to do. You made this character run all over the island, and if you're a player looking to play just one day through because you're waiting for a bus or you're on your break, some of these days would take forever to do. And of course, they had the save feature so you could save right where you left off. But the problem is, that's not wise. Unless you take a damn notebook and write down just what the fuck you were doing before you quit. Because otherwise, if you come back like a day or so later, in the middle of a puzzle, and you don't have a walkthrough, you're fooled. You're fooled. You have no idea what you're doing. Because the story is so... Oh, God. I'm wait. Let me get the story, because it's still part of the gameplay. But the fact that the game basically told you, in no uncertain terms, hey, here's puzzle answers. Hope you're doing this all in one shot. Here, there was so many there were so many missions where you did not know what the frack you were doing without the walkthrough. I mean, people in the stream, they could, I had to have the walkthrough to know where the frick I was going because the game would not tell you. They would expect you to wander all over the goddamn forsaken island of Lost Pass looking for your objectives. And if you didn't have a walkthrough, you were so screwed that you'll be running forever. Which I guess is why Suda put in the step system. Not the character. I'm going to get to that. The step system where you unlock things based on how many steps you took. That's a problem. That you had, and it's like, okay, not necessarily too much of a problem, but the problem is you literally had to go a certain number of steps to unlock things. And the fact that you could take and put a stack of quarters on one corner of your DS if you owned one, if you owned this game, and let it run for 2 days straight and let Sumio run in a circle, you could unlock everything. Let the DS play for 2 days straight to unlock this. I understand Suda did that as a joke. But he could have so lowered it a bit. I mean, god dang, 2 days straight. You would have to play this game cumulatively running for 2 days straight to unlock everything. It's ridiculous and stupid. I mean, there are some games that have unlockables that are border on nightmarish. And trying to get. There are some games that have achievements that border on nightmarish to get. Everyone who's played Star Ocean for the 360 knows what I'm talking about. The fact that, and the fact that Suda thinks this is entirely possible for a player to do because he's running all over the goddamn island. Is stupid. I'm going to tell you something. There were some points in the story where they would get, okay, we're going to be merciful. We want you to go all the way out into the frickin' forest to find some jackass who's cosplaying and looking like an idiot. And you got to go talk to him several times. Now, forgivingly, they do let you appropriate someone's bicycle for running back and forth. But you still have a lot of running to do. And it is stupid. I mean, by the end of this game, Sumio Mondo should be a damn track star. But no. But no. Throw that over there. It's just, it's stupid. Let's see, I'm trying to think of what other bads I could do. Oh yeah, the goods that you can look at that you collected. Whoop-de-diddly-do. You can look at the goods, you can look at your past puzzles, which you have to do for one puzzle, which is so goddamn... Oh, God. I'm trying not to spoil it, but I really want to, because this game is just atrocious. I mean, Suda... We know you have a quirk for doing games, but god dang, someone must have given you complete free reign to make this game. And someone needs to slap you, Suda, seriously. I liked your other games, but this game, seriously, I wished had never, ever been localized. And this, I'm probably forgetting something. But, in terms of, gimmicks and such, gameplay gimmicks. think I covered it with the fact that there was a lot of running. But now I'm going to get to the story, which is going to tie in for me with the gameplay. The story was the most ridiculous LSD-inspired piece of crap I've ever seen. Started out, okay, he's a searcher, he's named his car Gibbs. Or Gigs. Whatever. It's like, okay, some people do name their cars, okay. But it's a Toyota Celica, a piece of shit car. But fine. He goes through. You know, he takes him, the first mission and jacks into a guy's eye, which... I guess I should have seen from the start of this adventure that things were not going to end well. When the first puzzle was jacking into someone's eye. Yes, I know, the sexual innuendo. Oh, boy. That's the other thing. This game had sexual innuendos all over the place. It's like, okay, not just with the fact, oh, we're jacking into things. The damn characters would bring up shit. It would sound so much goddamn innuendo, it's ridiculous. And all the characters were so stupid. Edo was a jackass. Straight and simple. A jackass and a schmuck and a douche. By the way, props go to Pookie7 for voice acting in my streams. Both Edo and the, oh god, the douchiest character in the world, Stephen Chablone. Oh god. I'm gonna link the beginning of my LP, or my stream. I'm just gonna link my stream part in this description, so you can go and see. Just go to the first or second video of the streams for Fire, Sun, and Rain. You'll see just how much of a douche. And the fact that when we saw him come back in the end, the entire stream was like, no, not him! Of all people, not him! Yep, there he was. But Edo and Steven were douches. Sue and Mati, I wanted to slap the piss out to both of them. The little boy. The only real good thing was the fact that you got to see the little boy get the shit slapped out of him. Once. And then you met his father, who was just as much of a dick. You had some of the other characters which were forgettable. Like, the bartender guy, who once you showed him how to make a drink, oh, dude, you're my master! Or, damn phone. Or, trying to think of the name, Ken, the bicycle messenger. Or Step, the thief turned suicidal bomber clone. Then you had the two FBI agents, special agents, can't remember one. I know one was named Remy, and all she cared about was him going and getting her some damn Darjeeling. Then you had one guy with the glasses with the silver eye. Oh, God. That was weird. That whole scene was weird. Especially when Sumio... Oh, I'm going to get to Sumio. I'm going to get him. You had the assassin. What the frick was his name? Sandance, whatever the frick. And then you had the one girl with her pet alligator, Chris. Pet pink alligator named Chris that could talk. You know, it's just, all these characters just don't make no sense whatsoever. It's like, why the frack are they even here? I mean, like I said, I've played his other games. You know, like Killer 7. Some of the bosses are like, okay, this guy's off his rocker, so I understand he looks that way. Deadly Premonition. some of the shit that happened in the game, it's like, okay, I understand this. These characters had no damn place. None. Oh, wrestlers. I forgot the damn wrestlers. The one that, just for some reason, just like kicking Sumio in the head. But some of these characters look like they're just here just to make this game even weirder and wacker. You had the freaking fallen angel that after you helped her throughout the day, she got up and flew into a plane! Not to mention all the other 17, 18 times the plane exploded different ways. Over a wedding. When a wrestler punched the air below it. When Sumio himself broke the fourth wall to call for the plane to be exploded. When a freaking Evangelion came out of the ground and blew it up. And then we have Sumio himself. Sumio Mondo. The most frustratingly annoying character I've ever seen in my life. He's either a complete pushover or a complete another frickin' asshat. Not as bad as Charboni or Edo, mind you. Not as bad as him. But he's a complete, total, and utter asshat. Or a complete pushover. And the fact that, except for one point during the story, he would not tell anyone off. And the only point is when he told off, shut up, is when he told off the little boy and then smacked him. Crap, hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Someone messaged me on Steam. But, for most of the part, Sumio Mondo was the most annoying character I'd ever seen. The fact that every time he came upon a puzzle, regardless of whether it was a story puzzle, or just a random puzzle scattered all over the place, which you have to run your ass off for half of them to find. And keep in mind, almost all of them had the most stupid, ridiculous puzzle I've ever seen in my life. In terms of math. And for a person that's not good at math, that's a problem. You have to be damn near math genius to get those puzzles. But I digress. The fact that every time he found a puzzle, regardless if it was story or just a side quest puzzle, he would do damn near the same fracking line over and over and over when hurtling to mysteries compound. Oh god damn. It's still ingrained in my head how stupid he sounded every time. I mean, it's like, okay, if you do it maybe once or twice for story, okay. Or it's like, okay, do it every time for story, but don't do it during the damn side quest puzzles. I mean, god dang, it got to be. And then there was the end. When I had to disarm the robots by doing math. Which is the most ridiculous fucking concept I've ever seen. Oh, God. The fact that he had to go through at least a short version of his stupid line every god dang time. You couldn't just run up to the dang android, click it and go, jack in, boom, right there. Instead he still had to say something. Not only showed that he is a complete and utter idiot, but also it made the gameplay that much longer and more annoying, because not only did you have all the running, but you had to have him do that stupid damn line every time! And then we get to the meat and potatoes of the story. The twists. The ridiculously off-the-wall twist moments that happen every damn time. I mean, the little kid breaking the fourth wall continuously, and then Mondo telling him not to break the fourth wall. Shoot, just went right the frack out my damn head. let's see, twist. The flying angel, the wrestler section. Shit. The cosplay idiot. Oh god, I hated that mission. The part where you find out that that the island made hyenas. Yes, there's gonna be spoilers, folks. The part where the island had hyenas that had special eyes, and that they've harvested the eyes or some shit, and there was an Evangelion under the island, and there was a cloning lab under the island. I mean, there's twists after. I mean, okay, twists are good when at the right times. I mean, look at Signs. That had a twist at the end. It was like, damn, I wasn't seeing that coming. But M. Night Shyamalan's, directing skill is not a good template for making a story. Because, as you've seen, when you overuse the "it's a twist!" or "what a twist!" thing too much, you tend to ruin the story. I love it when my family does that. But when you overuse the "what a twist" thing, it tends to get old to where, oh god dang it, really? I mean, The Village. Oh god dang, I wanted to punch someone at the end of The Village. That damn movie. But the fact that you take "what a twist" and you put in every single god dang chapter of a game makes it not only overused and boring, but also makes you just groan. I mean, Flying Angel kicking a ball into a plane. The Evangelion I have to come back to. And I'm going to spoil the shit out of it. Like I said, the clone lab. And the fact that you find out, oh, you're not doing the same day over and over again, Groundhog style. No. It was actually 18 separate days with 18 different 16 different Sumiyomandos! And that this was all planned. And that they wanted to blow up the island, but the island wasn't real. And then you find out at the end, and I'm going to spoil the shit out of it, that at least I hope I'm right. I don't care. I've already deleted it from the hard drive, as many have seen. That the main character is not Sumio Mondo, but his Sumio Kodai. Yeah. And the fact that there was a twist, it's almost disappointing that at the end of the credits you did not see the plane blow up. I was actually hoping. And the fact that they find out, oh, the island was real. Oh no, it's not real. And now it is real. I really need to put myself on Invisible. I really need to. But, the fact that it becomes almost predictable that at some point there was going to be a ridiculously stupid and facepalm inducing and worthy twist is just ridiculous! So, at the end of that, I'm going to give gameplay a 1. The lowest I can give it. Because there was gameplay. You can't give a game 0 gameplay if, because, there is gameplay, it's just crap. I'm going to give it a 1. Of course, the text will be so kind as to give me the overall score. But that game was the most ridiculously contrived piece of shit that I've ever played in my life. The only reason me and everyone else kept playing was because we just wanted to see just how worse it could get. Just how bad could the story get. And indeed, it got so bad. It got so horrible that at the point we just knew stuff was going to go ahead. It's like every time I streamed it, Ryu had to go get a drink because he knew his throat was going to be dry by the end of it. People had to get the face cream. People had to get bandages because you know by the end of it, your head was going to hurt from how many times you facepalmed. I have tossed my controller with this game. This game is just, and it's not because it's hard. It's not hard unless unless you have a problem with math and don't have a walkthrough. But no, it's so, the story, I would love to ask Suda51, was he high when he made this game? Was he on LSD? Because he had to have been in order to make such a horribly contrived, ridiculous, and stupid story. I know I'm probably going to get yelled at for this, but I don't care. I liked his other games. I'm pretty sure he had a hand somewhat in No More Heroes. I can't be 100% sure at the moment, but I'm sure Tex will correct me on that. But I loved Deadly Premonition. I loved Killer 7. So I picked this game because I knew it was a Suda game, and I thought this is going to be enjoyable. Was I wrong? I will admit, there were parts where we all laughed our asses off. We could not wait to see the next part. Not because it was a good game, but because it's like a train wreck. You can't not look away. It's like an accident. A gruesome, horrible, bloody accident. You see it, you know it's bad, but yet you can't stop looking. That's what this game is, and I bet that's what Suda was planning on. And I have to say, this game should be held as a testament that you should not let your imagination just go batshit insane when writing a story. Because not only will hardly anyone be able to follow it, but no one will even be able to enjoy it. I have seen LPs out there, I looked up LPs of this where people were groaning through this game. So I'm very glad I have deleted it off my hard drive. I have a small inkling of, thought, okay, maybe if I went back, could I see the costumes? But then I go, oh, I went to GameFAQs. I already saw all the costumes. I already seen them all. I could give a shit less now. I don't care anymore. So, I'm done reviewing that. I'm done. I hope you enjoyed my rant-filled review. For those who watched the streams live, I hope you got some level of enjoyment out that piece of shit. For those of you who have not, go to my Twitch channel and watch my streams of this game. They are quite long, so you might want to have like a day off to watch them. And until next, whatever the hell I do, it's Big Fatty Plus. Sayonara. And the next time I hear Suda51 is going to do a game, I'm going to be so much more wary about it. I mean, I'm going to ask people first. Because I never asked anyone for this game. I just heard it was weird and, hey, Suda made it. Yeah, and that's so many hours of my life I will never get back.